This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Hello. Hi, my name is Jay Lee from JMB Food Consulting. Today, I'm going to do some presentation about FSMA PCHF, which is Prevent Control for Human Food, or some people say HARPC, Hazard Analysis for Risk-Based Prevent Control, but this is old terminology, so we call it PCHF more often. Okay, our company, JMB Food Consulting, we are based in Fullerton, California, USA. We providing FDA, FSMA, and FSBP consultings, all the FSMA related things. Also providing PCQI, which is Prevent Control Qualified Individual, also FSBP certificate training. Also, we do providing FDA registration service, FFR, SID, and FC for low-S chem food. Also, we're providing label creation, or we do review. Also providing food safety consulting, including GMP, HACCP, GDP, FSMA, GFSI, especially for BRC. Also sometimes providing food manufacturing plant engineering service, permit and licenses service. So all consulting about food safety and food manufacturing. So what is FSMA? So FSMA is the bill passed in year 2011 when there was Obama administration. There was a rising issues from food safety for U.S. consumer. So the new regulation started a couple of years ago. So this is big change in the whole FDA regulatory history. So the goal is to ensure that all the food consumed in U.S. should meet the same level of food public health protection. So this is including also allergen labeling. And FSMA has 7 categories, very broad regulations. The first one is preventive control for human food. And second one is animal food. Third one is a produce rule. And fourth one is sanitary transportation. And also FSBP is for food importer. And there's a third-party certification. And last one is food defense. So it has 7 categories, very broad, and each section has in-depth regulations. So you need to figure it out individually. It's very broad and very complicated regulation. So HARPC or PCHF. So initial stage, FDA call HARPC, Hazard Analysis for Risk-Based Prevent Control. But recently we call it PCHF, Prevent Control for Human Food. So let's use this one, PCHF. It's a new terminology, and we don't use HARPC anymore. And then also many foreign suppliers, they're confused with HACCP and with PCHF. What's different? Some people thinking it's same, but it's not the same. PCHF has more aspect. So this includes allergen control, and then sanitation and supply chain control. So we'll cover that later. So key point is not the same. So PCH has more aspect, broader aspect. So compliance state,
This conference will now be recorded.
Hello, this is Jay Lee from JB Food Consulting. Today I'm going to talk about FSMA PCHF, which is Preventive Control for Human Food, or people say HARPC, Hazard Analysis for Risk-Based Preventive Control, which is old terminology. So I'm going to go over briefly about the PCHF today. So our company at JMB Food Consulting, we provide some FDA FSMA consulting. We are based in Fullerton, California. So our specialty is FDA FSMA and FSBP. So providing that FDA FSMA and FSBP setup service, and also providing PCQI and FSBP certificate training. Also provides FDA registration, including FFR, SID, and FC for lowest can food. Also providing label creation, and then we review labels. Also providing all the food safety related consulting, GMP HESA, FSMA, GFSI, especially PRC. Also providing food manufacturing licenses and permits, and engineering service as well. So what is the FSMA? FSMA is Food Safety Modernization Act. Was passed in 2011, and then there was a lot of issues in food safety area. So FDA come up with a new regulation. This is a big shift in 75 years of FDA history. And then this one ensure that all the food consumed in US should be comply with certain level of food safety practice. So including, for example, allergen things. Actually, FSMA is very broad regulation. So there are 7 categories. First one is prevent control for human food. We're going to cover that today. And also there's prevent control for animal food as well. And also there's some produce safety rule and sanitary transportation. For example, when it's bulk food, or if it's a frozen or refrigerated food, covered by sanitary transportation. Also FSBP, Foreign Supplier Verification Program, is for food importer. And there's a third-party certification body, and then last one is food defense. So all has different compliance dates. So there's a confusion to terminology. What is HARPC or PCHF? So HARPC is Hazard Analysis for Risk-Based Preventive Control. And first initial stage we call it HARPC, but later we changed to PCHF, Prevent Control for Human Food. It's same, but nowadays we call it PCHF instead of HARPC. Okay, so let's use this term PCHF. Also, some people, when this new regulation came out, and the people confused, oh, it's same as HESA, especially for foreign supplier, but it's not the same. It's different. PCH has broader aspect, including allergen, sanitation, and supply chain. So the key point is not same. So what's our compliance date? So all the large company, it started from September 19, 2016. It's already 3 years. And then the small company from 2017, very small company last year, 2018, September 17. So all the companies should comply with PCHF. So even domestic companies in the US, also foreign manufacturers as well. Okay, let's go over what the details of PCHF. So before this regulation, already there was CGMP, 21 CFR 110 covers CGMP, but this time we change it to it's covered by 117, and then CGMP was updated. So I can say some key point is it includes cross-contamination for allergen especially. So some provision was added into new CGMP. So as you know, CGMP is kind of foundation for HACCP or also foundation for PCHF. So it's very basic foundation. Okay? So this is CGMP. So key point is address allergen cross-contamination. Okay. Okay, let's go over PCHF then. So PCHF first requirement is the company needs PCQI, which is preventive control for qualified individual. So this PCQI perform all the required PCH tests. Sorry, it should be PCHF. Also must have education, training, or experience necessary to perform the activity. Must be able to read and understand the language of any record, review, and performing activity. So PCHF is, set up all the food safety plan and then managing, monitoring, use of verification. That's very key person in the company. The second requirement, the company needs to do a hazard analysis. Okay, so there are three types: biological, chemical, physical. So biological is like a bacteria, parasite, virus, right? Chemical is pesticide, mycotoxin, a lot of food manufacturing using chemicals, right? So those are chemical, also including allergen, also including radiological. Also, there's a physical such as metal pieces, glass pieces, all the foreign object. Okay. So this hazard could be present because they occur naturally, sometimes unintentionally introduced. Okay. Also, new hazard including economic gain. If you remember, a couple of years ago, there was a melamine food contamination from China. So they tried to gain economically, and then it impact animal food, right? So new PCHF including economic food fraud. Okay? So these are hazard analysis for second requirement. So after we identify hazard, and then what? We need to control those hazards, right? So there are four major preventive control method. First one is process control. Actually, it's the same as CCP, critical control point for HACCP. So like a pasteurizing, cooking. So we control by temperature or time, right? Pressure. Those are process control. And then the second one is food allergy control. So some statistics says 1/3 of U.S. Food recall or the incident is coming from food allergen, especially allergen labeling issue. So FDA includes food allergen control in the PCHF, especially foreign country, they don't care about USA allergens. So FDA thinking this allergen is very severe concern, so they include food allergen. Also sanitation, for example, U.S. consumer eating a lot of packaged salad, right? So there is no killing step. If there is no killing step, they need to maintain certain area or certain employee practice as the most high risky thing. So they put it under sanitation control. Also supply chain. For example, if you can control certain hazard like pesticides or mycotoxin once it's put in into your ingredient, you cannot control, you cannot kill it, you cannot remove it, right? So those area, those hazard is controlled by supply chain. So uniquely, food allergen and sanitation, supply chain, those three area additionally added into existing HACCP. So these are different unique control. Also, there are other control that cover here. Any you need to control certain identify hazard. Okay? This is requirement 3. Requirement 4. So we set up identify hazard, and then we set up the how we gonna control the hazard. And then what? We need to monitor based on our food safety plan. We need to watch this hazard is really controlled. So monitoring. Also, if there is a deviation, we need to correct it, and then also we need to have corrective action to prevent reoccurring problem. Also, verification. We need to verify our food safety plan is really control the hazard. Okay, so verification is very important activity here. Those are requirement 4. Requirement 5. So FDA require recall plans. So all the food manufacturer, processor, holder, they need to develop recall programs. So how they contact their shareholders, including FDA, and then how they can trace all the lot number, inventory, and then how they're gonna collect the affected food, and then how gonna dispose those affected food. So this is very important. So recall plan, requirement 5. And other, if there's a corrective action, it should be PCHF. They need to develop corrective action. Every 3 years, they need to reevaluate. And also, there's some exemption. Juice seafood has to have exemption from PCHF, and some R&D, personal consumption, alcohol, USDA meat, those are exempt. So what kind of service JMB provide? We provide FSMA PCHF setup for domestic or foreign suppliers. Also FSBP setup, label review creation, also provide PCQI training, FSBP training as well. We do online training course, so check out with our website, and then you can email me about the upcoming online training. Also for FSBP software, we providing document management service. So that's what we do. As you know, there will be changes of new label. So year 2020, January 1st, this new label will be used. So pay attention to new label. Why JMB Consulting be providing all the FDA feedback consulting service. We providing foreign language service, so we consulting a lot of food foreign manufacturing as well. And then currently, Julie, I'm the one of the FSMA technical experts. So now I'm assisting a lot of foreign certification body. And then we provide all the FDA label, food safety plan, GFSI, food safety regulate consulting. So we have all the total step service. It's our strength. So this is very brief overview. If you have any question, contact this email, call, or visit our website. Check for the upcoming training course. So actually, PCQI course is 2.5-day course. So you will know more detail about the PCHF. So I recommend you to take our upcoming online training as well. Thank you for listening my brief presentation. So if you have more questions, send me email also you can watch other videos, YouTube videos as well. Thank you. Have a nice day.